But it is that time of the week where we serve you up our coldest takes of the week, as stony cold as the chances of an Ireland winger making a try-saving tackle anytime soon. It's Cold Cuts.
I am flabbergasted. Maguire. And they're here. Shocking. I'm disgusted. Maguire. And they're here. Get close to people. Move your feet. Move your feet. Maguire. And they're here. I am flabbergasted. I'm not too happy with all that, no. Maguire. I would be swinging punches at that guy. They're here. Swinging punches, swinging punches, swinging punches, swinging punches. Maguire. And they're here. I'm fuming here watching this game of football.
All right, it is Cold Cuts, and number 4 this week was a late entry from the Europa League last night. I mean, we had to include it. It was Jose Mourinho driving the bus last night, and certainly not afraid to drive it over and back over his players.
I told the players the risks of a bad attitude. I told the players at half-time, even with 0-0, the risk of playing the way we were playing. And it happened. Because I believe that the players only realized that the game was in risk when they scored the second goal and went to extra time.
I have to say, I do disagree with Daniel Harris on that one. I think it's incredible that a manager like Alex Ferguson had so much kudos in the bank that he could get away with saying whatever the hell he wanted, whereas Jose Mourinho has just signed his exit note.
Maybe. I don't know. Jose Mourinho has given us great insight this season through his Instagram account, and maybe the players are looking at that throughout the season as well, thinking, what the hell is this guy doing on Instagram? And sometimes having digs at the players via Instagram as well. I do wonder what they think of Jose coming out and having a pop at him, because on the outside looking in, I think it's fair game. This guy's a legendary manager, and he can kind of say what he wants. And I mean, he got good performances out of them at the start of the season. They haven't repaid that over the last couple of months with anything resembling that. So I don't know. I'm kind of split. I'm not really sure about that. I think you can reverse that bus and drive it over them again.
Can they take any more is the question. In at number 3 this week, Frank Bruno, the former heavyweight champion of the world and all-around legend, let's face it. He's been wishing us happy Paddy's Day, and there's a real Paddy's Day theme to the next few of these. And he's been pointing out that it's the only corner of the UK over here that he hasn't been booked for a gig in 25 years. Look, I know what you're thinking. It's too long. Someone should get him booked once this entire shitstorm is over. But his mentions were a mess. And we can take a look at those. Coach McLean called him out on Owen Mullen weighed in with some, more hefty. Well, I mean, look, it was a nuanced point about what, likely referencing Northern Ireland. But it is social media, right? So properly kicked off after that. Lyndon was pretty reasonable there. And Owen agreed. And then by the end, everyone just wanted to meet up and go for a beer. I mean, social media is a scourge. Jose Mourinho, Owen, it turns out, should be more like social media. Nuanced.
Absolutely. Good things happen on social media is the bottom line here.
Number 2 and Cold Cuts this week is Justin Trudeau. I know. Cold Cuts. We generally try to steer politics, but we couldn't ignore the Canadian PM this week, who, while attempting to spread the love across the Atlantic, he went a little bit Steve McClaren on us.
We march in parades, we wear our favourite green outfits, maybe have a Guinness or two, and we recognise the contributions that Irish Canadians have made and continue to make in our communities. Irish culture and heritage has long been a part of our Canadian fabric. Thomas D'Arcy McGee, one of our founding fathers, emigrated from Ireland. My friends, we will get through this together. Better days are ahead, and that's worth celebrating. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Thomas D'Arcy McGee, by the way, that is not a real person. That's somebody made up. They got off. That name is not, that person never existed, I would offer. And to be fair, I would have to say, I'd have to put my hands up on this one. It's far less Begab Begara than I had pictured it when I listened to it watch it for the first time at about 6 o'clock on Paddy's Day, when there was more than one glass of wine on board. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hold my hands up on that.
Well, just put it this way, the chances of you addressing the Canadian public and not putting on some sort of Canadian twang is 0 to 0. It's always going to happen, and I appreciate the effort on this front, but very Steve McClaren.
And also, by the way, clearly spending far too much time with new Canadian Kevin Caban was the other point I would say about both Thomas D'Arcy McGee and Justin Trudeau. Number 1, And come on, look at, as a nation, we've given out about accents right here now, and as a nation, have we not really had enough of those North Americans and their Paddy's Day and their faux Irish accents?
Hey guys, Graham McDowell here. Just wanted to say a very big happy St. Patrick's Day, and more importantly, 100 years of golf, which is incredible, to all the St. Anne's members, one of my favorite parts of the world. Wishing you all a very great and safe golfing year this year, and raising a pint to you, to the future, 2021, and the good that's in store. Sláinte from me and all my friends at Guinness.
Well, look, Graham can basically get away with it. I mean, he's almost Irish anyway, Owen, so I mean, he can get away with putting on that sort of faux accent, and always good to hear from the great man as well. What about that pint, by the way? Let's take a look at that pint. It's like a surge pint without the surge. It's literally the flattest pint I've ever seen. There's almost no head on it.
Yeah, it's oh wow! It's just after coming up on my screen here. Oh, that is a tiny head from Graham McDowell. Clearly just hasn't been back here enough to actually know how it's properly done. That is hashtag shit London Guinness, even though it's a million miles away from London.
And that's hashtag cold cuts.
I am flabbergasted. McGuire. And they're here. Shocking. I'm disgusted. McGuire. And they're here. Get close to people. Move your feet. Move your feet. McGuire. And they're here. I am flabbergasted. I'm not too happy with all that. No. McGuire. I would be swinging punches at that guy. They're here. Swinging punches. McGuire. And they're here. I'm fuming here watching this game of football.
All right, 10 to 9 on this Friday morning. The Sting is always going to be the best thing about that item, let's face it. Here's what's coming up on OTB Sports Radio over the course of the day.